Hello, everyone. Hope you are comfortable, and I feel like some of you are still in class, and some of you are just about ready to fall asleep. I put the camera in a different place today. I'm not sure if this is a good idea. So I'm going to make some coffee. It's 6 p.m. But I kind of want to start drinking coffee during the day. Sounds like a good addiction to have. We'll be also doing a bit of ASMR. Oh, thank you for the subscription. The graphics are working now. I have a audio V60 paper filter bleached. And I grinded the coffee with a Porlex hand grinder. My favorite tea is, here, I'll type it in. Bilo Chun. Right, the coffee beans. I'm not sure about these beans. There's a coffee shop in Edmonton that makes coffee for people that go to the coffee shop. And they used to have Intelligentsia, which is like stuff from LA. But they changed it to some no-name stuff, but it still looks good and it tastes good. I also bought it like a week and a half after it was roasted. I'm going to choose bagels because of the limitless options, such as pumpernickel bagel with, actually everything pumpernickel with lox cream cheese.
Be careful.
Be careful. We burn incense in here and the filters absorb all the smoke, and you can really taste it in your coffee if you don't rinse it once. What if I did nothing for the whole stream? Perfect. Today I'm going to do a 20-second pre-soak. I'm going to cover my hardwood floor with water. Who spills things and just wipes it up with their sock that they're wearing? Not me. Not today. All right. This coffee's actually not for me. It's for my girlfriend because I didn't make her any this morning. I wake up pretty early and she sleeps in another hour. And by that time, coffee time is done. I'm going to try and spill as much hot water as I can into the front of my keyboard here. So let's get into this. Maybe we'll have a vote in the comments. The first song that I should open. And I'll just try and tally up by the amount of people. What am I doing? So far, they're all different songs. 2 Like What's, 3 Like What's. 2 Body Languages, 3 Like What's. 4 Body Languages, 3 Like What's. Violet Alters, I don't have the project file for that song. Okay, we got a lot of Like What's. Looks like we're going to do Like What and then Body Language. I put too much water in. Sometimes there's no other cup in the room and I have to like find something that will contain the extra coffee that I poured. Might be my mouth. Okay, I'm going to try and load up some stuff. I finally got my computer to be a little happier when I'm doing this. I don't have a list because there's nothing on it. There's whatever keyboard that I can send MIDI out of, and that's it. Maybe a list of plugins would be more interesting. All right, let's see if this one will open. This is one of the projects that I didn't try and open before the stream. I should have. Oh my god, I forgot about this. Why didn't anybody say anything? It's like the perfect drinking temperature. All right. So Pro Tools has this great feature where it loses all your samples. Actually, it's not Pro Tools. It's the stupid sampler program I use. Looking good. That's fast. Okay. Yeah, it is a rad feature. How many people have never seen Pro Tools before? Which is the program. For those who've never seen any program, then you probably haven't seen this one. Okay, I don't think I'm missing too much. I might be missing the flute that Leland from Bad Bad sent me. I can search for that though. Searching file system. Today I'm going to make a case for Pro Tools. Something happened when I switched to Ableton. I couldn't make music anymore. Okay, we're not going to find this file. Let's see how much of this will play properly. I should turn it up, I think. Hold on, we just hit 100 viewers. That's rare. Thank you, everyone watching. Okay, sorry, I can't switch to my... Let me see if that works now. Okay, there we go. I thought it was switched. I guess when I'm actually in Pro Tools, it's in a different layer of administrative rights. I hate that Windows has all this administrator stuff. Like, when I find the administrator, I'm going to kick his ass. All right, you guys have heard the song. There's no reason for me to play it start to finish. If you guys watching know anybody who wants to watch this, also, you should hit them up on Facebook or iMessage or your Android phone. All right, let's go. Let's start with something interesting here. There's a lot of tracks, but they're not doing too much. Especially these ones. I don't know. It's just like, what are you going to do? You can't make that not any less than one track. Let's start with the bass. It's the top of the song. I don't know why I keep bass up here. That's just like nothing. Sine wave. There's this stuff. They all work together. Can you guys hear that? I feel like the mic's turned up enough. You guys can hear, like, I think my mom is pounding meat flat to fry it, or my dad is banging on the counter practicing his drums. I don't know. All right, what else have we got? Oh, I have a Leland flute track here. Soft chords. Which one? These? That's just like a bad sample. Like a single note sample. These are rendered out infinite decay reverbs. Pro Tools, the one big case for it is I can take this sample, go into here. What did I just do? This is not very revolutionary, but the other ones are. So I can go, say, get this reverb and render it into the file. So it's kind of like freeze and flattening it really fast, but it works only on a selection of the audio, which is so cool. That's the one big thing that I miss from Pro Tools, and it totally killed a big section of my workflow. I'm going through these tracks pretty slow. I need to drink half of my girlfriend's coffee. This sound is from With You. It's just a massive patch. Then we got a bunch of little things here. I'll play them separately. I haven't looked at this project file in a while. Let's start over. I need to get my bearings myself. main sound. I might be able to find the original demo to the song, which is hilarious. Hmm. It was very crazy. I wonder where it got off to. I'm gonna find it. Just give me a second. It's gonna be in. I have no idea. Okay, I give up. It was crazy though. Wonder if I could search for it. So the story behind the song is Aloe Black messaged me and said like, hey, I want to come to LA and just spend a day in the studio and try and write something. And this was before Skrillex, I think. Actually, long before Skrillex. It was before really anything crazy happened. And so that was like a big moment for me. And basically, it was an incredible experience. Like up to that point, I hadn't really ever tried to make a song in one sitting, but that was the goal. And it was the first test for me as well, like just to be able to try and show off. And then his Tess was there, and she just sat in the studio. She didn't really have anything to do, but I think she read or something. That was the one point I was like kind of uncomfortable with, because like I was like, oh, Tess is like, maybe she's not happy being here. He had all these ideas on his phone for lyric ideas, and that was one of them. And we had started working on something that wasn't going very far, and then he's like, just play me like any idea you've been working on. And I played him this like basically a horrible thing, which kind of sounded like the intro to Body Language, but not anything like it. And he was like, that's it. And we made this song. And he never really said any suggestions as to like where the production would go, but he was like very into like, you have to just make that section twice as long. And meanwhile, he was like writing more lyrics while he was telling me the way the song should go. I can't find this thing. That's upsetting. Well, not today. Sorry. I'll upload it to the Discord afterwards. There's a couple times he's like, try this chord here. And he maybe made 2 suggestions like that, and they were so cool. I have an idea of where to find this. It's totally bugging the crap out of me. Okay, I found it. I have found it. Is that playing for everybody? So it's just an instrumental. I think I lost the version with his original vocals on it. Oh, is it going through? What's happening? Let me play it out of here. Okay, that should be better. hold it. Don't move, man. For the live show, I pitched it down a tone, and so we perform this live now. Pro Tools is really sketchy. If you move this wrong, the whole program crashes. Okay, here's the old chorus. To me. Yeah. That's pretty much how it sounded. Oh, and there was this whole outro where he was like, I wish I had the vocals, it was hilarious. He was like, keep on speaking to me that body language. Talking when you speak that body language. I lost the vocals, obviously. I'm not giving this to anybody. I'll upload it to the Discord. Maybe I'll find the original track too, the vocal track. All right, going into it, we have these 4 tracks here, and this is like overkill chords. When we play it live, I merged it into one sound, but it doesn't sound as good. That's a good idea. Maybe I should just send it to the subscribers. I think there's now like 80 of them, so it'd still be a pretty good distribution. Yeah, and then we've got
so much talk.
The worst flute sound ever. And so I got Leland to layer it. And it saved it. But it wasn't working with just his track. So it ended up being both of them layered on top of each other. Yeah, Leland Whitty. Okay, so the craziest story about this flute track was that, so this song's like in between 2 keys, which you can't play on a flute. And I forgot that when I sent him the instrumental. And so he messaged me back and was like, that was the hardest thing I've ever done. Sorry, it sounds really bad, but I had to like bend every note, half a note out of key. And I don't even know how he did it, but like, I guess you can play halfway between 2 notes, but it's kind of hard. But he played the whole take like that. Let's see. I can make little groups so I can play just the music, and then I'll go through all the drums afterwards. Oh my god. I love this sound. Let's see. What is it? Right click? I used this on a couple of songs. I think at the end of Fault Line, I used it as well. This is when like making music was still like this how do I do it question, and like trying to figure out how everyone was making music and just kind of feeling like I had appropriated it but not really got it right. Oops, clipping for sure. Okay, there's another musician on this track, actually. This is Paul Castelluzza. I think his Instagram's a different name now. Paul something. But yeah, I asked him to just send over And he sent that, which is crazy. And originally I sang the outro up until basically right before I released the song. See if that's still working.
Finally starts to fly with the forest in your eyes, your body like wave.
So when we wrote the song, we didn't have this section, so I made it and then asked him to re-record the vocals.
Your body like wave, your body like wave. How the thoughts to burn, baby, I'm just trying to learn. Your body language, your body language, yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on.
All right. I think unless there's anything that people wanted to hear in the melody stuff, I'll just move on to the drums. This is a funny one. I had to make this in Ableton and import it back into Pro Tools.
We can dance slow.
I like this track too. This I played off of my Triton LE, and I think it's the only time I've ever used sounds off of the keyboard. Ridiculous.
Tell me something, but I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, 117 viewers. I think it might be the most viewers I've ever had. Although the first time I ever streamed, I had a lot of viewers somehow.
Dance slow. Don't you say a word unless you say it with your body, babe.
Here's the river, in case you were wondering. It's so peaceful, it's ridiculous. With the birds later on top. I would never do that now. I don't know why I wouldn't, but it just doesn't feel right anymore.
Dance slow. Don't you say a word unless you say it with your body, baby. Put your hand.
All right, here's another fun fact about this song. The first second verse he sent was like too explicit, and it just felt wrong. I didn't want to use it. See if I can find it.
You say a word unless you say it.
And so I asked him, could you please rewrite the lyrics and send them to me? I'll see if I can find it. It's made me uncomfortable. Let me turn this up, sorry.
Put your feet right next,
That's not right. Let's see.
baby.
I bet I can. Oh no, where would it be? Import audio. Let's see. Maybe bounce.
Don't you see a... Put your feet right next to mine. Now follow me and we can dance.
Nope, that's the PG version. It's funny, like when I asked him, he sent back the most PG verse I've ever heard. Like, put your hands in mine and we can dance slow. It almost like doesn't work with the rest of the lyrics. Where would it be? Here, it might be in here.
Cause when you're speaking that body language, when you're speaking, strike a pose, hold it.
Nope.
Oh, just right and slow.
Oh, I think this is it.
Body language. Put your feet
No.
right next to mine. Now follow me and we can dance slow.
I wish I could find this. Give me a second.
Dance slow. Don't you say a word unless you say it with your body, baby. Put your hands. So put your hands right.
Maybe in here. Here we go. This looks right.
Yes, I like you.
Whoa.
Don't get me.
Hello.
Put your feet right next to mine. Now follow me and we can.
Mm.
So much which. Yeah.
Oh boy, what is this?
Yes. Hold it. Don't move. Now switch it up again. Put your shoes
Oh, here we go.
right.
Okay, I got it. Sorry for the wait. Here's the explicit lyrics to Body Language.
Me when you're speaking that body language.
Oh no, don't need to delete any comments unless it's clearly not someone who's supposed to be watching. Like if someone's just like turns up and starts like saying random stuff.
Me,
Thank you for the subscription, Emu.
me
Okay, here we go.
when you're speaking that body language. Put your shoes right next to mine. Now follow me into the bedroom. Don't you say a word unless you say it with your body, baby. Put your clothes anywhere that you want, but on you. And I don't have to tell you what we gon' do, but put it in your hips and so just say it with your body, baby. So much.
Ah, God. It's just a bit uncomfortable. Like it's not sexy or anything. It's just like kind of like bad. I don't know what you guys think. Like I don't know if people would have even said anything, but I have a feeling like people would just been like, I like this song, but the lyrics are bad. Bad news. Maybe I saved him from like the end of his career or something. Now follow me into the bedroom. Like it's like the worst part is that she's not allowed to talk. Like it works when they're in the club and he wants to dance, but follow me into the bedroom and don't say a word is really bad. Anyway, I called him and I was like, can you please make a friendly version? And he did the slow dancing verse.
Put your right next to mine. Now follow me and we can dance slow.
We can dance slow. Hilarious. Okay. Moving on, we have... skip over all this stuff. How many people that make music put white noise through their whole song? Because I do.
With your body, baby. Strike a pose. Hold it.
Sounds like the song's playing,
Strike a,
but I don't know where. Here we go.
strike a pose. Hold.
Yeah, you need white noise. Oh my God. The difference between a song without white noise and with white noise is crazy. I don't know what happens between the two, but like it somehow validates all the information, especially like binaural information. It puts it into context somehow. Even really quiet white noise. Especially now I'll put it through the whole song and I'll find like specific noises that I like, maybe like from a tape machine or something, and I'll EQ it and get it sounding just perfect by itself and then turn it down way low. I'm not too proud of this song anymore, to be honest, but it's a good song. But production-wise, I'm not sure about it. This is from a 727. Oh, that's the end of Pro Tools. This happens without streaming, so for the entire time that I would be making music, I was dealing with this constantly. I kind of forgot that this was something I did every day. The worst part is sometimes you try to open it and you have to restart your computer because you can't shut down the process no matter how hard you try. It could be that it's not a legal version. Wonder if anybody's been arrested from pirated software on live streams. In which case I paid for it. The funniest thing is when you boot up this version of Pro Tools, it says, like they've changed the text on the startup window, and it says, if you paid for this, you've been robbed, which I guess means like people download the pirate software and then sell it to people. Okay, where did this go? Let's see. Oh boy. Bashful, you're the one that wants me to get JBridge, to buy JBridge? Well, I've paid for all my Air plugins. I paid for the. Whoa. Let's go to 8 processors. 90. Ignore clicks. All right. This is pretty high. This used to be lower. I wish I could restart my computer, but I can't. Okay. Let's just give it another shot. So after this, I'm gonna go look at. Maybe I should just move on. The drums aren't that important. It's really boring, actually. What was the next song I was gonna go through? Was it something from the Like What? Was it Like What? No, it was off of, what was it? Oh, someone remind me, please. Okay, Like What? Let's go see if this will work. All right, so Like What is divided into 2 project files because I still was running everything off of this old Lenovo ThinkPad when I was making it. It wasn't until OEP that I got this new laptop. So before that I was using a ThinkPad. And I didn't use a mouse, I just used the trackpad on the ThinkPad. The hell? Oh, we're gonna do this. Okay. My favorite part about the ThinkPad was there's a little red button in the middle of the keyboard that you can control the mouse with. It was one of the best feelings in the world. The track nipple. My God. What a luxury. Until it fell off. Then it was just this black plastic thing. I gave the laptop to my dad, and he uses it in the garage to project paintings onto the wall where he paints them. And yeah, he makes the paintings in Pro Tools, not in Pro Tools. He makes it in Photoshop, and then he projects it onto his wall and paints it. So my old laptop is covered in paint. Yeah, I'm going to drink some more coffee. Class is out. Who else's class is done? What if there's more than one of you that are in class? I didn't sample this from Sam. I just didn't sample it from him. It's just a coincidence. I totally fixed this before I started the stream. I don't know why I have to search for samples again. This is torture. You can't even set the directory. It just has to load like this. God. Oh, is that playing some sound? Why? People can hear that, but I can't hear it. Is that right? That makes no sense. That doesn't make any sense why I can't hear it. Let me think about that for a second. Okay, so it's playing through Twitch, but what? Okay, sorry. Everyone, just hold on. I'm gonna fix it. It's gonna be fixed. I just need to... Let's try this. Oh boy, this is so annoying. Just don't leave. Beep, 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 boop, boop. Can you hear me? Oh, okay. Let's see if that worked. 101 views is still great. Oh no, it dropped below 100. I'm screwing up. Da 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 da. How many people can hear the cracking in their left ear? Because they shouldn't. There's no... Okay.
Can I borrow a MacBook charger?
Yeah, you can.
Thank you very much.
All right, while this loads, you can ask me questions and I'll answer them. All right, it's working. I'm happy. I got it to work. Lately, I've been able to finish songs in 2 weeks. But back then when I was making these songs, it took 2 months. It was ridiculous. I also wasn't sitting down for I probably spent maximum 4 hours a day. I just couldn't figure out how to spend any longer than that without going crazy. But now I can do 8-hour days and do it every day, and it'll take 2 weeks instead of 4 months. All right, anybody in the comments want to hear anything specifically before I go into top to bottom? Let me move my camera, that's right. Okay, that's better. Okay. What, there's clicks? What is going on? Hello? Hello? Okay. This is such a pain. I tested it all day. I was so ready. All right. I think this might work. I'm 60% sure. Ooh, I have some organizational tips. One thing that's really helpful is, especially in the summer, right now I'm not too into it, but in the summer, I like to work as much as I can, as early as I can. And then, like, if I can get 5 hours in the morning, then I'll just take the rest of the day off until I go to bed. And I'll just do like 2 hours before I go to bed. One of the worst things I find is like doing an hour and then taking a half an hour break and an hour. And you basically just spend the whole day with short breaks and you just feel kind of unsatisfied. But if you can just like have the idea of just relaxing for the rest of the day as your reward and then just kind of bearing down as soon as you wake up. Oh, I guess it's not really work. It feels like work most of the time, but making music. I don't know too much more about the white noise. I just know that it sounds great. Another really fun thing is to pan white noise just to one ear. So, like, if you listen to All Yours in the kind of second section of the song, oh my god. Hello. Okay. My God, what a nightmare. Let's try this interface, and if this doesn't work, I'm going to go take a bath for the first time in years. Yeah, I'm going to save the VOD. Can someone tell me what VOD stands for? I would have a good tip for finishing a song. If it's just an idea on a loop, the thing that really helps me is going out in public, opening the song, and just using all the tracks that I have and making something that I'm pretty sure is really bad and just screwing around and having fun. Just try and have so much fun making something that's absurd. And then listen to it when you get home. And you might like it. I would gladly show Face the Night. That one will definitely load. I'm glad we're back above 100. Please ask me more questions. Favorite Adventure Time episode? Oh my God. It's hard to see. Maybe I can show you. I have this Adventure Time magnet on my ceiling light. That doesn't answer your question. I like the one with Jake in the maze where he's all super stretchy. How's this? How's the quality? Oh boy. Was saying, why is it clipping every time I talk? I think this is the worst microphone ever made. I've never heard it. I'm curious. I think this is the worst. Oh boy, it sounds like I'm in a laundry room or something. Or a laundromat. Thank you for the bits. Vitamin D. Anyways, I was saying, like, in the winter, if you wake up at 6 a.m., the sun doesn't come up until 8:30, and it's miserable, and it's cold. This is not working either. Alright, we're moving on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Super sorry. I really wanted this to work. This happens every stream, and every time I'm like so stoked, and this always happens. Let's try opening up Face the Night. Alright, so I should be able to switch my mic now. Properties. Hello? Is that working? Welcome back to the world of quality. I'm just gonna pick what song to open. I'm so tired with this frustrating situation. If you guys scroll down, you can see I changed the my banners. I made a bunch of new ones. My fingers are crossed. 114 people, please cross your fingers. We're going to open up. Why is everything so slow? That's crazy. Who likes the new profile picture? Should I change it back? Oh, I would recommend if you look up on Spotify, Murakami's vinyl selection or vinyl collection. I can't open up Cryber because I made it in Pro Tools. Let me open up. I can open up Pancake Feet. I think that'll work. I might also melt my computer. What did I name that one? Don't read these. Okay, I found it. The Like What EP is all in Pro Tools. Oh, I'll open up Math Rock Project, sure. I don't know too much jazz theory. I know how to... One of my favorite things to do is just play random jazz records and figure out the chords and use them in different combinations. It's easier than like trying to figure out my own stuff. Okay, I'm missing all the contact libraries, but it shouldn't be too much of a big deal. Oh, did you find the playlist? Murakami's vinyl collection? I don't have perfect pitch, but I have perfect pitch 1/12 of the time. I can try and sing a C. Let me see. Boom. Someone tell me if I got that right. Let me find an online keyboard. Bum, bum. It's one of those. Bum. Oh, I got it right. Okay, great. I know C very well, but I don't know the other ones. Oh my god, it's looping. Okay, let's see if this plays. Let me let this load and... Oh, I opened the wrong one. Forgive me. Pancake Live 4. No, Pancake Stems. This is the one. Okay. And then if I know C, I can kind of pretty quickly figure out what note I'm hearing just by thinking of C and then figuring out the interval. Our low price. I just made that stupid song and like I didn't want to put it up on my SoundCloud. Okay, while it loads, I'll play some random stuff off my computer. I have a bunch of like first versions of all the songs. This is too long, but with the original vocals. Oh, it's not playing, is it? Here we go. You're listening to the calming sounds of Fucked. Oh, it is working. Okay, there we go. No echo. What else do I have? So, when I was making Like What, I had a dream about the song. And let's see if I can find it. So, after this section, it went right to the melody part. So, it went right here. And this part pretty much was the section I went with. And I completely destroyed this part. I had no version of it except for a bounce. And so I had a dream and I was listening to the final version of the song. Oh, thanks for the subscription. And so as soon as I woke up, I made the version that I heard in my dream. But one of the craziest things that happened is in my dream, it played this section that had only existed for a day. And I heard it in my dream and I was like, I remember this. This is how it started. And so I recreated what I made. I just thought it was so bad the first time I made it, so I ruined it. But in my dream, I was like, oh my God, that actually is like, there's something really powerful in that section that I made. And like the story behind it is like, I made this the day before my like high school girlfriend broke up with me. And then the day after my high school girlfriend broke up with me, I went to this weird cafe in Edmonton. It still exists, but it was really weird at the time. It was like really hot and dark and everything was dirty and there was drawers and pillows and couches and the food's really bad. And in all the drawers are handwritten notes from people. And it was the first time I had ever made music in public. Up until that point, I had made music in my room, but I was so shattered that day that I was like, I need to get out of the house. And it was middle of winter and I made the second part of Like What. And so I made this literally in absolute agony. It was such a hard, shitty day. Like my whole brain was like blasted into oblivion. I had no idea what happened. And they had like disgusting quiche at this place. Why is this still loading? I'll tell more stories. I've got lots of stories in here. Little ideas. I like this idea. It's pretty much a copy of Aphex Twin though. This is nothing. And oh, hello. What else we got? This is a rap song I made with my friend Steven in high school. Where them tats at? We were like 16. These are all files from my old computer. What else we have? Feelings. I don't think anyone's heard this song. It was a song I made at DJ Jazzy Jeff's retreat. He invited a bunch of artists and they had a competition where a bunch of people would be be put into different teams and had to compete and make beats. So on my team I had I forget now. Sorry, I forget, but it was basically my sister was in a group with the guy from Tribe Called Quest, I think. It was ridiculous. Oh no, this is Mr. Carmack. What am I doing? Wrong song. Where is the one? I don't even know if I have the song I'm talking about. Here's a recording when I was in, I was taking an online course from Gary Burton. Online course. And this is assignment 12. So they give you the backing track and you had to play your instrument, whatever it was, and send it in. And so you're supposed to play like just the song normally, and then you're supposed to solo. It's pretty bad. I don't know what's going on with this. I think it's done. I think it's just finished. Ableton is finished. All right, we got some more stuff here. Let's see. This is the original version of, see if anybody, first one to guess wins. No one's won yet. Winner goes to Ethan W. Yeah, pretty much all my songs start out this shitty. And then they get better. Pretty hilarious. Pancake Feet died. I'm gonna try and open it again. This is how Pancake Feet started. I've played this before, but there's a lot more viewers now, so there's at least 70 of you that haven't heard this. I'm just gonna skip it. I won't skip it, whatever. Oh, this is what was happening. How stupid of me. It wasn't dead. I'll do a listening party, why not? What kind of links should we use, do you think? So this became this intro. And it used to drop to that big drop before, but then I threw the whole thing out and made Pancake Feet. Using most of the sounds. I don't need to play this. Where is what I'm looking for? At home. Okay. Let's try this again. I missed the dialogue. I think this one will actually open. I like this song too. I made that a long time ago. Here's that's the original intro to XYZ. Really bad. I was like really into the whole song, but not the intro. Okay, I'm gonna try and load Pancake Feet. And if this doesn't work, we might have to do a listening party where I guess you guys can send in SoundCloud links and I'll play them and maybe I'll give my opinion. Doesn't that sound fun? That ow, I think that's me actually. That's a stolen idea from Lapalux though. Oh, here's a cute song I made and never finished. It turned into let's see if it turned in. Yeah, it turned into L'oiseau qui dansait or L'oiseau qui danse. I don't know. French viewers can tell me what's up with it. Oh my god. I had a melody and stuff for this song too. Oh, it's working. This was also like during my sad period, and there was this place called Callie's Tea, and it was just this like really weird eccentric coffee shop that made scones with jam for like $8, and it was just like a store-bought scone with really bad jelly and these tiny little chairs and these tiny tables, and I worked in there like every day for 2 weeks. Oh, I might wait. Okay, so you can hear this turning into L'oiseau qui dansait. I thought it was the same song. Ridiculous. Yeah. And then this song used to turn into Fault Line. It was all connected into one song, and I turned it into 3 songs and then killed one of them. Okay, this is actually working somehow. So welcome to Pancake Feet. This is what I wanted to do for this stream, and I wanted to give Pro Tools a chance and show it off, but it's not something that you show off. I made this idea in New York. I was at a friend's house and had the laptop on my lap and was just trying to make something stupid. Okay, I'm excited. This is actually working. So I'll show the main synth right away. If I can find it. Everything's unlabeled. Unbelievable. How did I do this? Why did I never organize these tracks? Okay, here's the main sound. I had 2 instances, so it would be in kind of a nice stereo image, because I could change the oscillators on the right side, which I did. And then, of course, the pitch bend is like octave high, so I can go an octave on the chords. And then the bass goes with that. Yeah, I just programmed all the chords. I made this whole song away from home. I didn't have a chance to go home and work on it, so. The first part of the song I called At Home because I had this break at home. And then as soon as I started the project file, I had to leave again. This is a sample from my Juno keyboard. And it's just one note that I kept repitching. But it adds nice attack to the kind of bland synth. Without it, with it. And then that plus there's a track that's like all reverse. Oh, here we go. I'll just turn it up. So I programmed these on all the attacks that I wanted and reversed when I want it reversed. Works with the percussion too. Here's a RuneScape sample. Actually, I don't think it is a RuneScape sample. I just called it RuneScape because it sounds like RuneScape. Here's the white noise I was talking about. Alright, I'm gonna solo the drums in this section. Because there's not actually a lot going on melodically. It's so unorganized. Okay, let's look at this Cashmere Cat ripoff. This is a sample from Bjork. This is a sample from Other Lives. This is a sample from... I think this is just a Contact bounce. Some free sound cello notes. Some tubular bells. Definitely Cashmere Cat-esque. For plugins, I think it's just reverb on this one, and the rest probably just have nothing. Yeah, just EQ. And then we got some more stuff layering on top here. This is from the... I almost shouldn't reveal where I'm sampling. It's so stretched that it'd be stupid if anybody tried to sue me. But this is from the Gladiator soundtrack, I think. More chords. And then... It's pretty layered. I think we're at like 9 or 10 now. This isn't working because I'm missing the pack for it because it's on my other hard drive. And then I'll show you those toms too. They're kind of cool. Another ripoff of Cashmere Cat. I just always wanted to do something like this, like classic build-up. So this jazz section, did my keyboard die? No. I think I'm using Pro Tools commands just from my short. Alright, so the drums here, looks like they're all here. The solo I just wrote as I went, so I would lay down kind of a really bare bones section for the chords. So it didn't have any of this stuff. It would just be kind of like the like 2 chords I'd decide on, and then I'd play in one line at a time, and that's all here. So you can see how chopped up it is. I basically wrote it as I went really slowly. And so I'd play like a bunch of takes and pick maybe the coolest thing that I played. My favorite part is this plus the comping tracks and a few others. And I programmed all this in. I never played a note of this stuff. Just kind of like thinking the melody, ba-da-da-da-da-da, and then adding these layered notes underneath that, so you get kind of like a compound chord thing. This is not working, but this is the piano track. I wonder if I could just replace it with something. I got nothing. That's stupid. Okay, whatever. And here's the bass line for this section. So this is pretty much the order I'd write it in, is the solo, add the bass, and then add these comps too. Bum, 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 bum. This is kind of a copy from, I think it was Sam Brash. I learned a solo from him a long time ago, but he would do things like a lot of like fourths, like, and then play like tritone stuff in his left hand. So it was like, and he had a way of like literally playing random notes, but it followed everything, like just genius level. Like, I don't know how he does it, but it's kind of inspired this section a bit. I'm playing like, well, I'm not playing, but. And then all this extra stuff like the horns and the xylophones. I added that afterwards. And it just happened to sound really like classic tape recording, but I just didn't add any processing to these recordings. It sounds like a old like soul record or something somehow. Just like tonally, maybe not compositionally. Some big trombone notes. Especially when I'm writing this stuff, I don't really know exactly where I'm pulling the inspiration from, but somehow I've heard like these cliches, like big trombone. I'll show you the ride now. Somebody asked about it. This is probably from a drum break. So I'll just expand this out. And without any of the processing on it. So it's just a bass solo in a Bill Evans song. And then obviously you can just take the bass out because it's found all the way to the right or all the way to the left. So just take the right channel and then filter out any of the remaining stuff. And then this is just like a has delay, puts it in the right ear without affecting the channel volume too much. And then I just would like chop this up as I went. For this one, I just made a loop. There was a time when I would literally do it by hand, but I start to learn like some things don't matter. Some people are just not going to ever scrutinize over things like that. And when it needed it, like I'd add little variation when it needed for like, I don't know, like a figure. So you can hear you can actually hear the solo if I just play the drums, which is something that usually happens. Because I programmed all the drums to the solo and the bass line. So especially here, like so make sure making sure that everything works together. This is a snare from Bad Bad Not Good layered with, oh, a hat from Bad Bad Not Good. Okay, where's the real snare sound though? I don't even think that's from Bad Bad Not Good anymore. It's just like, all right, this snare is from, I don't know. Is that KIL? I can maybe search for it and figure out. Okay, it's from Ninth Wonder. I'll play the original. That's the original snare. And I've just kind of messed with it a bunch. Not too much, but somehow it sounds totally different. This part's so cool. I can be impressed by my own stuff sometimes, only because I make it so slowly. So like each one of these bars takes maybe 2 days. Maybe that's not fair. Maybe a day for each bar. So like this has enough information to just keep me busy for a day of work. I don't work like this anymore. It's just not worth it mentally. Nothing's on the master, I hope. Nothing. I keep pressing Control and Alt to zoom and it's not working. Somehow, like, I spent just that little time in Pro Tools and it rewired all my keyboard commands. Okay, what else can I show here before I move on? Here's the, I think... Why can't I remember how to play this? I think it's because the keyboard's not in key. Yeah, that's not right at all. So after I made the whole song, I had to learn the solo that I'd programmed, basically. There's so much delay. I can't play it right now. You can watch it on Instagram. Somehow I can play it when I play live, but I think because my adrenaline's rushing and shit. I think that's the first time I've sworn on this stream. So everyone, you can unfollow. It felt really unnatural, by the way. I try to keep it PG, like my Aloe Black lyrics. I don't know why everything's missing on this section. What? Okay, I'm missing my trumpet, I'm missing my flute. I'm pretty much missing everything here. So very unexciting. Missing my piano. Oh, I love this part. Okay, so these are like little, I mean, maybe somebody's noticed it, but I have this like just cliche cuica going back and forth from left to right. And then there's this blackbird layered on top. I think it's hilarious. It's like having fun with the cuica. It's just so stupid. I love it. Great. This is a pretty important track. The metal strikes. This goes through the whole song. And I definitely programmed this one by one. And all this stuff. And this shaker. I'm going to try and find everything that is completely unique and not looping. Here's some more stuff. These are like... I forget if this is a sample or not. I think somebody... It's like, yeah, it's like a big pack of somebody hitting a wine glass. So yeah, and then we've got the main sound. But basically all the percussion is programmed after this stuff's programmed to match the chords in the bass line. Okay. It's so large and so unorganized, it's hard to figure out how much is actually interesting that's left to show. This stuff's funny. This is the kind of thing that takes a long time. Oh, this is this is a coffee filter from the beginning of the stream. And this is the coffee that you didn't finish, Hikari. I'll be like, do you want your coffee? And she'll be like, yes, yes, please, please, please make coffee. And then I'll find it like an hour later and it's just cold. A lot of the things, like, it takes a long time to build up enough sounds that work together, but once I have that, it's kind of like having this big fun toolkit, especially like with drums. Once you figure out what works, then you can just like spend hours and hours. And it's actually one of the most fun part about making music is like when you have all these things that took a lot of work to find, but they all work together. And so, like, I'll literally make this, get all the sounds for just this first bar before I even have any music here. Like, it'll be complete silence here. And so it'll start with just this, plus the sounds that are missing. And I'll work on that for like 4 or 5 days. Like, this is the part that takes a long time. Getting all the sounds. And then once I'm like really happy with this bar, I'll make the rest of the bars. That's pretty much how I've been making music up until recently. The last bunch of songs, I changed my approach and it's been a lot more rewarding. But this is back when I was going crazy. So I'd make like that. And then stretch it out. Well, we got lucky that this whole section works. I love this sound. So cool. It's just like a violin note pitched way up. It just has this like feeling to it. It's like some weird squirrel declaring his power at the beginning of the bar. Like, I'm here, buddy. And then it just completely gets lost in the whole song. You can't even hear it. I can hear it, but nobody else can. He's in there. Check this out. I think the stuff that I'm proud of is stuff that dubstep producers are like, yeah, that's like totally normal, dude. These are samples from All Yours. String samples are really easy to find. One of my favorite ones is called Sonatina. What is it? Sonatina, I thought. Yeah. This is like, if you look it up, it's completely free, and it's just like, they're pretty bad samples. It's filled with room noise, and like some of them are cut off, but it's actually more fun to have imperfect samples, because when you start arranging them and messing with them and putting them on samplers, it starts to sound like way better than if you use some expensive Contact library. Like for instance, at the end of Body Language, this is just a single really bad trumpet note. And that's it. Like, there's nothing else on it, except for room reverb. It's probably one of these. I think it's this one. No, it's not. Yeah, anyway. Like, I thought about getting Leland to do this as well on like a saxophone or something, but it just sounded fine to me. Like, I think it would trick a lot of people into thinking that it's a real instrument. That's like something you don't get with expensive samples, is like weird decays that actually make it sound more natural, like some amateur played it. There's a lot of like clicky stuff in here. Like, I'm trying to find the main one. There's one that's like really kind of aggressive to listen to by itself. Oh, here, this one. And so this is like, if you have something that's repeating, like fa 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 fa, and you add these clicks, kind of alternating from reverse to playing forward, it'll sound more like your sample's going fa 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 fa, like like in and out, instead of like da 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 da. So like without this sample here, well, it's missing something. That's a shame. Not to fear, I have my whole sample library for the live show here. I have a lot of samples. This would be a good one to put on Instagram. Although I can't find the ones I'm actually looking for. Oh, here we go. So the way I did these in the live show is, oh, that's so gross. I rendered these out and split them into a bunch of little samples, and then I just play one trigger. I think there's a live video of me playing on YouTube, but you can check it out. I just play like one of the pads, and then I have it automated, so it goes through all 8 samples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe 7 of them. So like, da, 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 da. And so like, all right, that's a big project file. I think this is my biggest project file in terms of like maybe not in tracks, but in work. I think I put the most work into this song than anything. Maybe not Pegasus. Pegasus might have been the. Oh, here's a section I never. Well, I mean it's pretty much the outro, but there's this like sample I never used. This is a. What is this from? It's from a Bjork song. Ridiculous. Isn't it great that I'm running this at 7% CPU? That's so cool. Pro Tools just can't handle anything. Okay, I think I'm done showing off. Now I'm tired. There's only so long that I can show off, and then I feel like... Okay, I think I've shown Face the Night before, but it's definitely deleted. I'm just happy that someone cares enough about that song to want to see the project for it. That's exciting to me. Let's see. I can also... Have I shown your tempo? I think I have. I've done your tempo. It would be fun to show the other remix. No, it wouldn't. That one's not cool. I also have a bunch of songs that I'm going to show off once they get released. People like Face the Night. I had just a feeling people... like, not that I get too bent out of shape about it, but I saw a couple comments that like, is he pop now? He does pop music now. Face the Night is definitely the best song live. It's so crazy. Because it's like the only song that is actually set up just to be played really straightforward. So Tess has almost no samples on her drum kit except for like this on her kick drum. And then she just kills it. And she can actually just like play without worrying about like hitting all the notes. It's really fun. And let me switch over my hard drive actually before I open this. Is anybody watching that's seen Face the Night live? I'm just curious. That'd be cool. Speaking of the live show, I removed it, but I should have kept it there. If you guys want to see us live and you didn't know that we're going on tour for some reason, I've been posting like crazy about it. But if you don't know, check out the website I just sent and see if your city's on there. New hard drives plugged in. Sorry, there's no Florida. There's no Texas either. We do really well there though, so I'm not sure why we didn't go there on this tour. It might have been just a travel thing, like it's hard to include it on like a van tour. Like we're basically going to be driving between all the cities. So Florida and Texas are kind of like places you just have to go and do by themselves. Okay. Can you guys hear my stomach? I'm actually so hungry. I'm going to do this for another 13 minutes and then Say goodnight. Have I shown, how many people have seen your tempo on stream? I feel like I've never shown it before. But maybe I have. I could pick all the openers, and it's something I should do and post about it, because sometimes the venue or the promoter picks the opener, and most of the time it's okay, but sometimes you're like, this is horrible. Like, the worst thing that can happen is you get there for sound check and somehow no one let you know that there's two openers and they're both full bands with drum kits. And they're like, okay, we're going to need to like strike all your gear after sound check and load it on like 15 minutes before your show. And that just doesn't work. So we have to like put the openers on the dance floor sometimes, or set up our gear in one corner. It's just not fun. So I might just go and pick some smaller acts, but not full bands. Okay, I'm going to open up your tempo because I like this project file and I have a feeling I haven't opened it before. And it's better than Face the Night. Face the Night's pretty bland, honestly. You can pretty much hear all the parts in Face the Night just by listening to it. I forget what happened at the Austin Red Bull show. But yeah, it could have been nasty. Was it outdoors? It was like half outdoors, maybe. I forget. Or no, maybe it was super hot. No, I have no memory. Yeah, it was like, and they had Mr. Carmack vinyls, I think. Like they had made vinyls just for the show. I have one too. Let me find it. Maybe we should do like a... Oh, thanks for the bits. Check it out. I think there's like 100 of these, and it has all 3 songs on it. Pretty crazy. I wonder if they're being sold on Discogs or anything. Okay, sweet. This one's working too. I knew it wasn't so bad. I think what the problem is my sound card draws so much power and you can't supply it with external power. So my laptop just gets sucked dry. I think I showed this briefly, but it wasn't working. Like my laptop was melting. I couldn't even show it off. Yeah, that's what happened. Okay, check it out. Flume. Who likes Flume? It's the one and only time I've tried to copy Flume, I think. So layered on top of these pads, I forget what this is. This is just straight up trombone section. It's so sick. I love, like, I'm saying it's sick because it was a total accident. Like, I must have just made a trombone track, then accidentally copied the MIDI onto it and went, oh my God. Like, these little, like, quick chords here. I think there's even pitch bend on this. And so that layers with the normal. And this has, like, a really short reverb. I think might be like a non-linear. Yeah, this guy. So that's the magic plugin for this one. And if you don't know what non-linear reverb is, it's super cool. I think there's a Vox video about it or something. I watched some kind of video by some like video journalist type stuff, like the history of non-linear reverb. And then that layers on top of this stuff, and these are like infinite reverb bounces, and there's a ton of them, and they're all EQ'd and panned differently, I think. And they're all going into erosion. I like these tiny little voice samples. Ha. Sorry, I need to stop copying the sounds. Check out that me. Layered on top with this. And then on top of this, there's the bass, which I should try and find. Where is he? There's not a bit crusher. There's like, it's called erosion. It's like, just adds random noise. I don't even know what it does. It's like harmonic triggered noise. Boom, 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 boom. I'm copying the sounds again. I'm sorry. That sounds really good to me. It's this bass. So it's like a tiny little note. And it just sounds like someone pulling like a zip tie out of something. Yeah, check out this bass EQ. I'm not sure when that turns on. It doesn't seem like it ever turns on. Where is it? Oh, it's on here. So I guess I decided against it. Not sure why. That's not in key. Weird. There must have been a reason for this to be out. That's hilarious. Maybe it's just like I missed it. Weird. I think the problem is like I was working on it and adding the layers but not soloing them as I worked. So luckily this project file is a little more organized and I can solo all the... So here's the drums. The way I did this, if I remember, is I have like this heavy storm that's on top. Just like rain pouring in on some of the chords. Oh, here we go. The Sea Wash track. These are so important. Plus the classic. And so I have one that's reverse and one that's not, and it's just easier way to program it instead of the way I did it in Pancake Feed. And I think the whips are just on a really fast auto pan, so they all sound like they're moving to different sides of the... So if I play this just with one of the synths, you'll hear like what it's adding. Pretty much on every hit. Yeah. Here's the main like drum loop for the song. I'll break it down. Nasty kick. Cowbell. I think I have this, I think it's gone now, but I made this like, it was, what song was it? You're still my sunshine. That song was like in my head, but I didn't know any of the lyrics or what song it was. So I made the song from memory and sent it to Ryan Hemsworth. And I was like, what song is this? And he's like, oh, it's Steal My Sunshine. So the groove of the song is like a lot, like you can hear it here. It's like a really slow shuffle. Like if it was faster, it kind of sounds like quintuplet or like septuplet. But I just chose like an arbitrary amount of 16th or 32nd notes maybe to like offset. I might have chose in between these two lines on a 30-second grid. And so I just chose like that as how much I wanted to shuffle the second beat. And then for this stuff, I just dragged that onto basically like this should loop here or actually a little farther, but each one is like coming in early at the beginning of each bar. Or I guess maybe count. I think I might have recorded this actually. Nope. Decap. I think it's from Splice. This is like stole an idea from a long time ago, and I think I just stole the idea so many times that it got lost in whose idea it was. But it definitely comes from, what album would it be? First one. This one. Like the low tambourines is so cool. This is Summer of Summer by Lone, which is like, it came off of this album where he was still copying Boards of Canada. So the album's kind of like half Lone, half Boards of Canada, which is pretty cool. But he went on to do his own thing after that. But this one pretty much just sounds like a Boards of Canada song. And then after he did that, he did this album, which is so sick. And he found all his own ideas. I think we both went through the phase of just copying Boards of Canada and then discovering our own thing. For anybody watching that hasn't heard a lot of old songs that I made, this one, what's it called? I can't even remember what it's called. What? What did I call it? Oh, it's off of this one. Yeah, this is pretty much just like a direct copy of listening to Boards of Canada only. And it's also a copy of Summer of Summer by Lone. Yeah. Back when it was fun and okay to steal other people's ideas. And somehow like that idea still made it into this song. under here. This is the only riser I've ever used. I've never used a riser other than this. Crazy. So it's cool, but it's definitely not my idea. I don't even know where it comes from. These big fills. This is the first song I made to using splice samples. Before that, I just thought the website was pretty useless. And then I started being like, okay, these sounds are way better than free sound. This part is like, you can hear that, here, I'll solo it. What's this song called? Is it Dancing Queen? I think it is Dancing Queen. What is this? This is not Dancing Queen.
Yo.
Dancing Queen. Okay, I don't know. Okay, it's gone. ABBA. Okay, maybe I never downloaded it. But you know the song. There's like dun 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 dun, and it was the sample used in "Steal My Sunshine." And there's this sick cowbell with this huge spring reverb on it. And I love the idea, but I had to turn it down so that it wasn't so obvious. But if I play it loud, like, it immediately triggers the memory of that song for me and probably other people. So it's just a subtle subconscious reference. I took basically, like, when I do a remix, I just ask for dry vocal track, which usually takes a while because they have to like open up the stuff. Because like every time you ask, or every time you get stems from somebody, it's always like the vocal track mixed with the backup vocals with the delay and reverb on it. And that just doesn't work for me.
We can take it cool.
So I asked for the dry vocals every time.
We can take it cool. Got time.
And then I can remix them. For this song, I pitched down the vocals, I think like a semitone and a half. That's a lot.
We can take.
Like before, like I just couldn't figure out what to do with the remix because the vocals just like didn't match anything that I could do with them.
We can take it cool. Got time for you.
They're just like just too poppy and hard to work with. So as soon as I pitched it down, I was like, whoa, this sounds really dope now. And somehow she sounded like
We could go your temper.
not so like pop shrieky.
We could go your temper.
That's how I got the
We could go your temper.
stem, but yeah.
We could go your temper.
After pitching it down, I think it sounds a lot better.
Why don't we find?
Oh boy. Okay, I think
We-
it's overdue. My stomach ready to consume some food. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. Sorry about all the technical difficulties. I'm pretty impressed that there was more than 100 people watching basically through the entire disaster. That's exciting for me. I have made a song out of all my songs, and I'm going to play it for you. Play a little section. Oh, no, that's not it. The bits. Thank you very much. So I have a splice pack that hasn't come out yet, and I made a demo using only the samples, and all I did was repitch the samples. I didn't add any plugins. So I basically made this song just dragging and dropping samples from the Splice pack. I think it's okay to play it. I hope Splice doesn't get mad. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I made it in an hour. Yeah, I thought it was cool. It basically sounds like all the other songs. The idea for the Splice pack, because I have so many samples, but I wanted to do something cool. So all the samples are from the next release and not from anything else. My favorite one is like, yeah, this just open. Sometimes this is something that happens to me a lot. I'm like working and I can't figure out why I'm so frustrated. And I just like, all my bones ache. Like my eyes are like bloodshot. I just feel like I could like scream and I'm just like, can't figure out what's going on. And then finally I like step back, take off the headphones, breathe. And then I look at my computer and I've been working for like 2.5 hours like this in a tiny little window. And like somehow I had no idea for the entire time I was working. Yeah, that has happened to me like 2 or 3 times. The song is called Your Tempo. It got kind of lost, I think. It was like pretty much released right after SoundCloud died. So no one heard it. Look up Your Tempo, Tennyson remix. Okay, I'm going to say goodnight and I'm going to say thank you again. For people watching for their first time, come back in, let me think, Friday. Come back on Saturday at, it would be, oh boy, what did I say? Oh, scroll down. Saturday, 4 p.m. Central, which is, what is it? 2 p.m. PST and 5 p.m. EST. Someone can tell me if that's right. And then GMT, I think, is 10 p.m. So I'll see you there. And meanwhile, I'm going to go eat finally. It's 8 p.m. I chose a great time to do these streams every weekday. What else? Anything else? Well, I guess if you guys want to go to Discord, everyone watching, maybe you guys can do something fun together without me. But yeah, sometimes we play games like, what's it called? Scribble.io. And yeah, we can all play together. It's pretty fun thing to do. So yeah, if you haven't been on the Discord server, go join that. And what else? Capture card. I'll have a capture card next time, and there won't be any more disasters unless it's like a physical real world disaster. Like anything could happen, actually. Maybe next episode too, I'll do listening parties so people can send in their tracks, and yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Okay, next stream, you guys can send in SoundCloud links and we'll just listen to them all and talk about them together. Have a good night or morning or sleep. And yeah, see you next time.